Howdy folks, Dave here at Thunder Mesa Studio with an update on the On18 Thunderbird project. That's the 1950s Route 66 roadside attraction themed mini layout that I've been working on in collaboration with Gary Beatty. In the last installment, we got the scenic base finished, and I described how Gary scratch built a wonderful Airstream trailer that will be a focal point on the layout. This week I've got a special treat because Gary and I were able to both get together and work on the layout at the same time. Gary, of course, lives out in Riverside and I live here in Arizona, so it's a rare opportunity for us to both be in the same place at the same time working on the same project. We got a lot of good modeling done during his brief visit and made some important decisions about where to place things and how to proceed with the project going forward. But before Gary got here, I wanted to do a little bit more infrastructure work on the layout base by installing the 9-volt DC bus that will power the lights and sound effects on the layout. I started by installing a basic terminal strip from Eve Model and hooking that up to a 9-volt AC to DC transformer. And I'll put links to both of those components in the video description down below. The terminal strip was installed in a spot here below the layout, which is both hidden from view and easily accessible. This is a setup I've used many times before on other layouts that's been both robust and reliable. Now with the 9-volt power set up and ready to go, let's take a look at the day's modeling session with Gary Beatty. Gary only drove out for the day, so I basically just set up the camera and let it run. We didn't have a concrete plan for what we're going to do, so what follows is a more or less lightly edited account of our shenanigans. Please excuse the less than optimal audio since we were forced to use the in-camera mic for most of this. Okay, we're just going to start putting this stuff on the layout. I got Gary Beatty here with me, obviously, and he brought a whole bunch of really cool stuff for the layout that he's been working on. We got the bathrooms. Yep. Which I'll show them. We got Bud's Place.
We've got Bud's Place.
The Airstream trailer. We've got some teepees, and we've got a locomotive to try out.
Oh, that's right.
To see if it works.
Here's a couple of the teepees.
And these are just like paper and...
They're just, yeah, all they are is...
paper and sticks.
Black construction paper, sticks, and a little bit of paint.
That's pretty much the way the Plains Indians did it. They just used paper and sticks.
That's it. Exactly. And they went down to their local Michael's Market
and picked it up.
Yep. Good.
Okay. Well, let's try out the.
Cool. Okay. Here's the little nugget, our mining engine.
Yeah. And what did you build that on? What is the chassis for that?
That is.
What did you start with?
That's a Pico. It's a British type model. It's an 040.
HON30?
Yeah, it's N scale.
N scale? Okay.
It's actually N scale. About all that is left of the original is it's a saddle tank type engine, and so that's all that's left of it. All the rest of it's been torn off and new fun stuff's been put on.
And this is like paper for the sides and the tender on the sides.
Paper on the sides
and sides.
And we've got lead is your front wood bumper, kind of give it some weight. There's a whole bunch of weight in the tender, and then paper on the top, and you put
a battery operated headlight in it.
Yeah.
Can we turn that on?
We can. Let me get you have an Exacto?
Yeah. Do I have it? What kind of shop do you think? That. Oh, it's a little battery unit. Was a little button cell battery in there?
Yep.
Okay. And that's on.
That way your light's not going to be variable based on your speed
and how dirty your track is.
Exactly. So there we go.
Let's try it out. I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. It's amazing how it runs, right?
Yeah, that's great.
We've got the whole rest of the train still to build.
Right? Oh, this turned out great though.
And then we've got to get out there and advertise this thing so we can have some passengers to ride on it.
That's right. We got billboards to put up and everything else. All right. So now we got to figure out how to get Bud's Place to there. We can get rid of this now. I'm not going to need this anymore.
And I'm going to have to pop that off the little base that I built.
Okay.
And then we'll get her.
Well, let's. Do you want to do this on the workbench?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We want to solder a resistor on here too.
Yeah.
Because this is battery powered, but we want to hook this up to the DC bus underneath the layout so that it's just one switch for all the lights.
Right. Yep.
Cool. All right, so we're going to take this off the base.
Yeah, we'll pull everything off in that way.
Okay.
Let's keep track of all the goodies. Bud's easy. Put a post here to cover the plumbing because I ran the plumbing short of the ground, so it wouldn't.
Sir, that's not up to code.
Yep, exactly. The step, the crate for the step. And then, just because I was taking some pictures of this, I buried the wire.
See, that's what makes you a cut above. Did you just tack that on there with a little CA or
a little of that
Eileen's? Yeah, it's good for that kind of stuff, machinery stuff.
This is a flat tire on this side.
Oh, see, I didn't even notice that. See, it's this attention to detail.
Yeah,
this is why we have Gary.
All right, the rest of them we can pull off.
Okay. Well, let's see how we want to position this thing on the layout, because we had a space marked out for it, but you know, once you get the actual model, it's always fun to play around and see how we want to do this.
All right. Cool. So it was going to be right around in here, right?
Yeah, I had it marked so it was like parallel to the edge, but do you think it might be better to put it at a little angle?
Probably.
I think that looks nice.
And now, you know, not being on the base, it looks like it fits a lot better too.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not an extra 2 inches of foam there.
Yeah.
Okay. You like that?
So that would be good.
So hypothetically, the truck, because what I was thinking before was that way. Where would the truck have backed that in?
Back in, dropped off. Yeah.
Because logic is important on these things. How could he have gotten it in there? But at an angle like that, that's much more dynamic too.
There's more land over here that you just.
Yeah, there's imaginary. The rest of Arizona is over here on this side.
Yep.
No, that works. Well, let's mark that, and then we'll drill a hole and
get that thing.
We'll get this thing wired up.
Good deal.
Cool.
Do you want to go back further with it, Dave?
We could.
That way?
Hey, you know what?
It opens up a lot more space.
Oh, look at that. How's that? And that still gives us room for the water tank.
Because I'm thinking, what you and I talked about on the back of the water tank, you want to be able to see what we...
Right, like it's a fake water tank.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's great right there. I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't want it too close to the edge because you want to have a little land for photographs, which makes things look a lot better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now let's put a resistor on here so we can.
That sounds good.
Let's do that. I'm gonna heat up the old soldering iron. All right. First thing, this is so cool. I want to snip off these wires right up there. And we're assuming that the red is the positive lead. Actually, I could open this up and find out for sure.
Because it's got a little hinge door on it for action.
Right.
See what it's hooked to.
But I want to see how it's hooked up. The red is positive. Woohoo! Mystery solved.
Logical, huh?
Well, yeah, that's 99.9% of the time that's the case, but you know, better safe than sorry. And the reason we're worried about that, by the way, viewer, is because with LEDs, they are polarity specific, and you want to have the positive lead go to the positive terminal on whatever your power source is. Otherwise, they won't work right. So we want to, this is what are these? 510 ohm resistor. Put this on here. I'm going to snip these leads a little bit shorter. So we want to solder this to the positive lead, and then I want to add some longer wires so we can hook everything up. I find it a lot easier to solder things when they're not moving around. Little no clean flux. Heat the wire. I really wanted to be super. What's the word I'm looking for? Electronically correct. I would attend to these wires first. But what the? It's They're getting tinned now.
There you go.
I'm tinning that one right now. I tinned the black one for you. And let's see, I want about 24 inches, maybe a little more. I'm going to do both of these at the same time. Do a twofer. And you know, I have a pair. Everybody sees these in their workbench.
Oh yeah.
I've never used these ever. I've had them for 20 years, and I don't think I've ever, because I've never found a situation where they were more convenient than a piece of tape.
So I believe it. Yeah, I believe it.
It's just like, okay, maybe one of these days I'll do top 10 most useless tools in the shop rather than.
And there's a tool for everything.
There's a tool for everything,
but not everybody's for the tool.
Right. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. What did I do with that tool I had 5 seconds ago?
See, I've never used flux like that.
This stuff is great. It really helps the solder flow in the joint.
Yeah.
So sometimes, no matter how hot it is or how clean everything is, it just is resistant.
Yep.
This stuff breaks that tension or whatever, and it just flows in there. No, it's and you don't have to clean it. Some flux you have to get some mineral spirits or something to clean. This stuff doesn't corrode. Yes, doesn't corrode the water. That how to do it. Now I'll get some heat shrink on here. We'll be good to go. All right, now we are ready to install Bud's place on the layout. That's exciting. Let's do it, man. Oh, we gotta drill the hole first.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
So first I want to melt down through this foam just a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way through. This is just to start it, and that's so it'll minimize the amount of foam debris. Hold your breath, Gary.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And we want to do about a 1/4 inch hole, so we get a little wiggle room.
There you go. You're getting down to about 5/16 there.
I know. There's quality control, keeping an eye on me. And what do I do with the drill? I'm gonna grab the drill. Are we through?
I couldn't tell because the cross brace is like,
Oh, it's right in the way.
I don't think you're getting it there. 4 pieces.
Is it? Well, there should only be 2 right here.
Oh, that's right. You're hollow under
It's hollow under here. Yeah, there's only 2 layers of foam, so like 2 inches. I should be going down, unless there's more there. What the what? I don't understand. I need a bamboo skewer to find out what that's going on here. Yeah, that was being weird.
I think you're right on the edge of your 3rd piece of foam.
That's probably what it is.
I think it's right
In
there.
that case, we're gonna have to do this. If you can't fix it, force it.
There you go. The beauty of foam.
Yeah, that's the good thing about working with foam, right? The bad thing is that when you run the wires down through here, they're going to want to catch on every little scrap and piece of booger of foam. And now, tape this to the end of this, and we can run them down through the. Do the honors?
Sure. Don't know if I have that meek skill though, Dave.
You can do it. I have faith in you. You can do it. First time, you're gonna do it.
Where was the hole?
See?
Wow.
Harder than it looks. There, you got it.
And it took it with them. Okay.
You got it. Did it take both wires?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Bud's place.
So shall we glue it into place with some Eileens
Sure.
so it doesn't fly around?
So
We've got the Eileens tacky glue, not a sponsor, just a fan.
There we go.
Yeah.
You have to have the properly used lid, which has seen plenty of glue.
Lots and lots of glue. If this lid could talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Put
a little bit.
under
Little dab will do you.
under the flat tire,
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit under the fat tire.
And we'll come back at a later date and do all the ground cover and all that kind of stuff
There you
too. Let's see how much time we got.
Yeah.
Gary is only here for a limited engagement, so
Right.
I got to put him to work as much as possible.
My pleasure, Dave. That's what this is all about.
This is fun, ain't it?
Heck yeah. All righty.
Yeah.
That thing ought to be ready for the next Arizona hurricane. Let's see how it works.
We're gonna get the wiring hooked up to the 9-volt bus, plugged in. Look at that.
All right.
Making Gary get down there because he's older than I am. Bud doesn't have electricity yet in his trailer. He's just got a kerosene lamp in there. It's
Exactly. It's flashing.
pretty cool.
So we decided to rearrange things a little bit to, I mean, things fit, but we
Better
want to give
balance.
things, better balance. And you know, you do a drawing and everything fits on a drawing because it's just pencil and paper. But once you start putting the actual models in, you got to make some adjustments. So I think we're gonna put the bathrooms up here, right, Gary?
Yeah, we'll
Gary,
bring it out here.
Yeah.
That way it opens up a little space back behind the
Right. We
training
got more
post.
room here for the trading post and the water tower, or for the water tank and the trailer. It's just getting a little crowded back here. Move the diner over to this side,
Puts the diner right out in the front where.
right, and make the back of this really
Yeah.
cool and detailed.
Yeah.
Maybe a screen door we can look in and see the guy working on the grill.
Yep.
You know,
TP Village back there.
village fits, and we're going to build a little fire ring. I think I'm going to do a fire ring with a little flickering orange LED in there. The mystery mine. The mystery mine is going to have like a scaled down head frame up on top of it, which will say Thunderbird Mining Company, whatever. Just another sign, another place to put signs to bring people in off the road.
Billboard right here, right?
Yeah, the billboard's going right here.
Good deal. Yeah, it's coming along.
It's coming along.
And it'll probably change 3 more times, at least.
Probably.
That's how these go.
That's the fun. That's the fun. It's figuring it all out. By the way, I do know, for those at home, the Navajo did not live in teepees. They never have. It's a Plains Indians thing. But we're modeling a stereotypical roadside attraction, and stereotypical Americans and station wagons expected to see teepees when they were in quote-unquote Indian country out in Arizona. So most of these places provided it. They made it happen.
Plus, I remember hearing that a modeler's license is usually just a blank piece of paper.
It's a blank piece of paper, right? Exactly. So we're going to hook up this sound unit from ITT Products. Is that the name of the company? Is it ITT? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've used this before. I use it on the Telegraph for the Thunder Mesa Saloon, stuff like that. And we've got tractor sound for the locomotive, because the locomotive is a steam outline. It's not actually a steam engine. It's home built on top of a tractor. That's the story we're going with. So we've got a little 2-inch speaker here. We've got the soundboard, and it's going to be playing in a looping configuration. So we're going to hook that up and mount it underneath the ramp, right?
Yep.
Yep. Let's do that. Okay. You want to wire it first?
Sure. Yeah, all right.
And then
We'll
mount
stick
it?
around.
That'll be easier.
Yep.
So is on off or
Yeah, I got an on-off and I got a momentary for the for the bell.
Yeah, let's put the on off switch in there too.
Yeah, that's on there.
Okay.
Unless you have a different switch you want to use, huh?
No, I don't care. I mean,
That's made to go in a piece of paneling, of course.
Hmm.
You need to have a water barrel on top of the mine, and the water barrel is what you push.
I like that idea. Button mounted up here somewhere.
Like that, because it comes almost to the exact same level. A little bit higher.
We could do that. We could have it hidden under an oil drum or something.
Yeah, you could.
You know,
That way you and I know where it's.
we'd know where it was, and nobody, unless they watched this video, would know where the switch was located. We could have it like over here and have a trash can on top of that.
Why does he keep pushing that trash can when the sound comes on?
Ooh, I like this idea. That's a great idea. Let's not do that today.
Yeah. No, I know.
Let's just
I
get the
agree.
thing hooked
Let's
up,
just have it
and we'll
hooked up.
figure out that.
on-off
But I
switch
love
again.
that. Let's okay.
So our on-off is going to just be disconnecting it from the bus port.
Right.
Or it's on every time we plug it in.
So I will solder some wires on here
Yeah.
if you want to do this part.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Do you want to get this thing hooked up?
You want me to just keep the wire as short as possible?
Yeah, because we're going to put it right here next to the
Next to
the
it.
DC.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, Gary's down here on the floor. We're holding the speaker up to the bottom of the phone because it acts like a resonator and gives this thing a ton of bass. I'll shut up so you can hear it for a second.
The difference
Yeah.
between that and that.
And that's just a little 2-inch speaker. Yeah, that's going to work great. I love it. Unfortunately, Gary has to stay down here all the time holding. No, we'll figure out how to mount it under there.
Awesome. That's great. It does make a big difference.
That's awesome. Well, this is looking really good. I think it's working. What do you think?
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. It makes a big difference when we have actual 3-dimensional items to lay on it.
Right.
Get
The first
a feel
thing
for it.
Gary said when he walked in here is he goes, "Oh, this is tiny."
Yeah, it's, and it is.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty small.
But you know what? As we get loaded up with stuff,
Mhm.
I think you create interest in looking at things.
Right.
You lose track of the fact that it's a small layout and it kind of becomes larger.
Right, because there's tons of stuff to look at,
Tons of
and
stuff.
people are going to see different things every time. I mean, I was talking to Jake about the reptile nest. I said,
Right.
okay, I want to have like the door open, have a door in the back that says employees only,
There you go.
and keep door closed, and then the door will be open, and we'll have like a snake
That'd be great.
over here. You know, little
That'd
things
be
like
great.
that
Yeah.
to grab people's interest
Yeah.
and to keep them looking at it, because that's the with something this small, it's you have the luxury of just pouring the detail on. Just
That's-
really,
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
yeah. Which is why we like doing these small
Yeah,
layouts.
these little layouts, you can pack everything down and
That's
you
right.
got consider it done.
And you're going to take this home and finish the cars for it and
Cars, yep.
everything. Yeah.
We'll do that.
And I'm going to get this all dirted in so that we could glue down the teepees and start adding the cactus and all that kind of stuff and get started up mystery mine.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great.
Gary,
Wonderful
thanks,
coming.
man. Appreciate you making the trip out here to
No
the
problem
wilds
at all.
of Arizona to do this. I
No
really
problem
appreciate
at all.
it.
It's a beautiful
We got
drive.
a lot of stuff. We got a lot done actually. I mean, we figured a lot of stuff out. Important things that needed to be known.
Yep.
All right.
This will be my last trip out here, Dave. Not really.
We didn't scare you out yet.
No,
Okay, good.
not yet. But it doesn't say it all because it's our Thunderbird pledge. It's extra clean.
Extra clean restrooms. That's our pledge to you. Extra clean.
Now, while we're on the topic of the restrooms, let's take a closer look at how Gary built those. According to Gary, the restrooms don't follow any specific design, but rather a vision of what they might look like if built with limited funds and minimal material availability, and then set out in the harsh desert sun for a few years. As usual, he started with a sketch on 1/8" graph paper, and the footprint couldn't be any larger than 2.5 inches by 3 inches, and that's just 10 by 12 feet in O scale. The floor framing was built using 6x6 joists with stained 2x8s for the decking. The walls were framed with 4x4s and then glued to the floor using Eileen's tacky glue. The lap siding was cut from manila file folder material in scale 8-inch wide strips. An X-Acto knife was used to score wood grain before the boards were stained with various mixtures of low-cost acrylics, India ink, and isopropyl alcohol. Then they were glued to the framed walls with Elmer's wood glue. The bathroom doors are made from cardboard painted white, while the doorknobs are made from the heads of small finishing nails, and the doorknob plates are paper. The roof is a piece of cardboard, cut and bent to size, and then painted with a mixture of black-brown low-cost acrylic paint. The shingles are laser cut from real wood veneer by Andy Root. Gary stained them with various colors of diluted acrylic paints and then weathered them with chalks. Some of the bathroom signs were found directly from the internet and then printed out to scale. Gary designed the large rusted sign on his iPhone using a free app called PixArt. The sink and faucet were found on Etsy, while the towel bar was scratch built using a piece of wire for the rod and cardboard for the brackets. The towel is made from medical gauze tape. You know, Gary is a wonderful modeler with a great imagination, and I'm so happy to be working with him on this project. His resourcefulness and clever ideas never cease to amaze me. You can check out a lot more of his modeling on his Portable Racho channel, which is right here on YouTube. And that is all from Thunderbird this week. Thank you all so much for watching today. I'll be back next week with another installment of the HON3 Barlow Pass layout. Until then, you can also follow Thundermesa for free over on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/ThunderMesa, or you can become a paid member there and help to support the content on this channel. You can also follow on Instagram at thunder.mesa, or check out the resources available at the Thundermesa Studio website. That's thundermesa.studio. As always, a huge thank you and shout out to our Patreon members who help to make these videos and these projects possible. Until next time, keep moving forward, everybody. Adios for now.